So this is a real scary story about a cursed phone and some messages you should never open. Hi, I'm here. And have you ever been texting someone and then you get a message from an unknown number? Usually it's spam, or maybe your phone was auto-corrected and sent to the wrong person. But what if the message that was meant for someone else was meant to scare the living daylight out of them? Well, today we're looking at a terrifying tale of a cursed phone and some texts no one should ever read. If you love scary stories, then hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single video. Let's begin. All of us have phones. They've become part of our everyday lives. Whether you're texting friends or family, or even just catching up on the news, it seems like we always have our phones nearby. Some people even sleep with their phones under their pillow. And it's not uncommon to see someone holding their phone while they're watching TV. There are all kinds of accessories and cases for smartphones, and many of us would be lost without our phones. There are even special apps that can make your phone do just about anything. You can talk to a chatbot, play games, listen to music, watch videos, and there are even apps that can let you edit photos. So basically, your phone is like having a computer in your pocket. But have you ever gotten a text message from someone you don't know? This is what happened to a user named Noctis Lannister. They were minding their own business when they got a message from an unknown number. The message made no sense, but they were curious about it. So they decided to reply and see what would happen. What they didn't know was that the message was meant for someone else, and it would soon become clear the message contained something very sinister. Noctis had no idea who the message was really intended for, but they would soon find out. It was actually meant for a friend of theirs, but that wasn't important right now. They needed to figure out who the message was actually from. After all, it's not every day you get a message from someone whose name appears to be scrambled. Was it a prank gone wrong? Was the message supposed to be gibberish? Or was there something more sinister going on here? Whatever the case, Noctis was determined to find out. They began by searching online for the name of the person who sent the message, but they couldn't find anything. So they decided to try another approach. They took the phone number and put it into a people search engine, and finally they got a hit. The phone number was registered to a woman named Mary, but that wasn't all. The address associated with the phone number was the same as the one where Noctis lived. Could this be a coincidence? It seemed unlikely. So Noctis decided to confront Mary and get to the bottom of this mystery once and for all. As they knocked on her door, she opened it and appeared to be confused. She asked Noctis what they wanted, and Noctis explained about the message they received from her phone number. To their surprise, Mary denied sending the message. She claimed she hadn't used her phone in months, and she looked genuinely surprised when she saw the message on her phone. This was shocking to Noctis because the message was clearly sent recently. It seemed like there was more to the story, but Mary was adamant that she wasn't involved in any strange texting schemes. She even offered to show Noctis her phone to prove that she hadn't sent the message. Could this be true? Did Mary really have nothing to do with this mysterious message? Or was she lying to protect herself? In the end, there was no way to know for sure. And after a while, Noctis decided to let it go. They thanked Mary for her help and left. As they walked away, they couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. message had come from Mary's phone, but she had no memory of sending it. What could be going on? As the days went by, the message from the unknown number continued to haunt Noctis. They couldn't understand why it had been sent to them and who was behind it. They tried everything they could think of to find out, but it seemed like the mystery would never be solved. But then something unexpected happened. Noctis got another message from the same number. This time it was different, and it contained something that would change everything. The message was a photo of a young girl. She was smiling and appeared to be happy. But there was something strange about the picture. The girl in the photo didn't look like she was alive. Her skin was pale and her eyes were blank. Noctis was horrified when they saw the photo. They had no idea who the girl was or why she was in the message. But they knew that something was wrong. The message had come from the same number as before, but this time it was clear that there was more to the story. Who was the girl in the photo, and why was she in the message? To find out, Noctis did some digging. They searched online for any information they could find about the girl in the photo, but they came up empty-handed. It seemed like no one knew who she was or where she had come from. But Noctis wasn't giving up. They were determined to find out the truth, no matter how dark it might be. As they continued their search, Noctis stumbled upon something that made their blood run cold. They found a news article about a missing girl who looked exactly like the one in the photo. The girl had vanished without a trace, and her family was desperate for answers. Noctis felt a chill down their spine. Could the girl in the photo be the missing girl? And if so, what had happened to her? Determined to find out, Noctis reached out to the girl's family and told them about the photo. At first, they were skeptical, but when they saw the photo, their faces drained of color. They confirmed that it was the missing girl and thanked Noctis for finding it. But as the family prepared to move forward with the investigation, they noticed something strange. The photo that Noctis had received was the only one of its kind. No one had ever seen it before, and it had never been released to the public. How did Noctis receive it? The answer, it turned out, was both terrifying and heartbreaking. Through further investigation, Noctis learned that the photo was taken by the missing girl's abductor. He had taken it shortly before he kidnapped her, unaware that it would one day surface and lead to his capture. With this new evidence in hand, the family was able to go to the police and provide them with the photo. It was enough to finally bring the investigation to a close and justice for the missing girl. But in the process, Noctis had uncovered something much darker. The man who had abducted the girl had also been sending messages to other people, pretending to be someone else. He had been targeting random people, sending them photos and messages, hoping to scare them. Noctis had been one of his victims, and they had just happened to receive the wrong message. It was a close call, but Noctis had managed to escape the clutches of the evildoer. But the experience had left them shaken. They realized just how close they had come to danger, and couldn't help but wonder what would have happened if they had followed the message. Noctis was forever changed by the experience and vowed to never open a message from an unknown number again. They understood now that sometimes it's best to just leave some things unopened. What do you think? Would you open a message from an unknown number? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this spooky tale, then be sure to check out my other videos for more spine-chilling stories. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a scary story. Until next time, stay safe and keep your phone close.